Welcome to Hard Nerd Cafe and Magic on Sundays. I did something special for you this week. I've started a new account named Hard Nerd Cafe. Please add me to your buddy list. Magic Online is not for the beginning player. You should look up Magic Duel's Origins. And you should play that if you don't know what Magic is about. So this is targeted for the people who know Magic. Magic Online is extremely unintuitive. You can just look at this horrible interface. But I'm going to show you what you get when you start a new account. We made a full series about getting started on Magic Online, so I'll link to that in the show notes. But I paid $10 plus a 25% VAT because that's what we have in Sweden. So I paid $12.50 to get here. And this is what I get for it. Nothing. My collection is no cards. But I have something here. I have a new account package. So now we're going to open that. Are you sure? Yeah, hell I'm sure. So here I get some crap. We can rarity sort them. I get some cards. These are predetermined. These are avatars. They are worthless. I get a couple of rares. They are worthless. Everything here is worthless. You might be able to build some sort of deck with these cards, but it will be horrible. So the one interesting thing you actually get here is these 5 event tickets. These are worth $5. So you get half your money back then if you're in the US and only pay $10 for your account. And you get these 20 new player points. These can be used to enter events specifically for new players. And I'm not a new player, but I have this account and I have to use this. You can have as many accounts as you want on Magic Online, and there is a big advantage to having multiple accounts. It's messy, but there is often that they give out rewards per account. So they want to give a reward to every player, but they give it per account. So if you have 100 accounts, you get 100 times the reward. And that's pretty good. So these new player points then, we'll go to the play lobby here. And we look for I think there are 2 things you can do with them if I'm not misinformed at this point. They changed it up every now and then, and I'm not a new player, so I don't know this too well. But there are can I select new players, new player events? No, I can't. New to Magic, these are the drafts. You can do, they cost 5 new play points to enter, so you can do 4 of these drafts. But there are also, in another window, these are the queues that starts on demand, but there are scheduled tournaments as well. So there are these Phantom Swiss queues, and they cost also 5 play points. They are better value than the drafts. You should play those if you can. So when does it start? 5:30? That's a long way from now. I'm gonna do a draft. So I'm going to show you what draft is like. And if you have experience from Hearthstone or Cards and Castles or another collectible card game, this drafting experience is very different. Draft is normally 8 players and not 4. But these are 4-player drafts and they are extremely fun actually. But the big difference is that the cards... Oh, you get 5. Sorry, you get 5 of these. They cost 4 new player points. You have 20 new player points. So you get 5 of them. The difference is that every player opens... everything in Magic is based on paper Magic, which makes it very different from games like Hearthstone and Cards and Castles, which are originally digital products. So in a draft, you physically open a pack and then pass the pack. So you have taken 1 card of the pack. And that introduces a full new element that you have to take into consideration what other people are taking. What colors are open, what colors are heavily drafted. So I will now keep notes on a paper, what I first pick and what's in the first pack. Because in 4-player draft, signaling becomes much more powerful because the packs goes around more circuits around the board or the table. So you really can see what the other people are picking. So as soon as we get another player, we start. There is a lot of waiting on Magic Online. If you want to play one of the more unpopular formats, you're going to have to wait and wait and wait. There is so many things wrong about Magic Online. But I should make a separate video about that. But that would be negative, so I won't do that. At least not right now. I should add that we are going to play Magic Origins. It's a specific set. When you draft, it's always a specific set of boosters. Magic Origins is the last of the core sets. They had a product called the core sets, which was meant for newer Magic players, but it sort of didn't work out. So they made one last awesome core set, and it's my current favorite set. So that motivates me further to play in these new play drafts. And here we go. And now you have to know the cards and know what cards are good, etc. Knight of the White Orchid is pretty good. White is the best color. Being too white is pretty hard, because then I'm gonna have to abandon it a lot of the time. So Bounding Craze is even worse with 2 different colors in it. Royal, Griffin, Firefiend Elemental, Empath, Scrapskin Drake, Watercourser. I think we have a power dispersed here that is very big, so I have to take the Knight of the White Orchid. But I'm gonna make notes of the other cards to see which cards leave us, to see which colors other people have. Griffin, Firefiend, Llanowar Empath. Of course I want the Griffin to wheel here, because that will show me wheeling is coming around. Scrapskin and Watercourser. Okay, I'm gonna take the Knight of the White Orchid, so it's added to my deck down here. This is the second pack. A rare is missing, so somebody took the rare. We have an Amprint Tactician for our white deck, also double white. Somberweld Alpha is a better card. Ravaging Blaze is a better card. Another Firefiend Hitchclaw. Suppression Bonds is super strong. And I don't think I need to go double red immediately. So I'm gonna take the Suppression Bonds here. Staying in white, noting a lot of cards. Firefiend, Hitchclaw, and I'm taking the bonds. Third pack, Enshrouding Mist is maybe good enough to take actually. There's a Duel land, that's pretty neat, but it's not good enough to take. We have an Aeronaut. We have the Mist, I'm probably gonna take it. We have Gearcrafter. We have another Llanowar Empath. Titanic Growth. There's another Undead Servant, that could be interesting. But I'm just gonna take the Enshrouding Mist and stay in white here until I get some signals of what other people are playing, because you want to play a color that people are not playing. Displacement Wave. Wow, this pack was really bad. Orchard. Read the Bones is the strongest card, but it will put me in black-white, which is one of the worst color combinations. This pack was super weak. I'm gonna pick the Meteorite. It's not very good, but it will allow me to still be in one color. These are artifacts then that can be played in any color. Okay, now we're back on the first pack. Let's see what's taken. Bounding Crisis is still here. Royal is still here. Chandra's Fury is gone, so we have an indication people are taking red. Charging Griffin is still here. Firefiend is gone, so 2 people are playing red. Llanowar Empath is here. Scrapskin Drake is here, but Watercourser is gone. So we have indications that people are picking red, red, blue from this pack. And we are, of course, taking Charging Griffin. It's not the most powerful card here, but it's really useful to stay in white. I think Llanowar Empath is the best card, followed by Crosses. Oh, Crosses is probably better, but very hard to cast. Okay, it's the second pack again. Blaze goes around, and this time it's a super powerful card. Alpha is gone, so people are playing green. Firefiend is gone, so red is heavily picked. Hitchclaw Screws is gone. We have no sign, or we have signs of every color, not black actually. But we have a white pick here as well. We have 2 people playing red, so we will never be able to play that Ravaging Blaze. But we should remember it because it can finish games. But we seem to be alone in white. This is an extremely strong position because white is the best color. Okay, pick 7. Aeronaut. Gearcrafter is gone, of course. The Empath is gone. Titanic Growth is still here. And this means that we have to move into blue. I think Gideon's Tactic is okay. But Aeronaut is a much stronger card. And it would put us blue-white is flies over its opponents. And that's pretty neat. Also, this card combos with our Amprint Tactician. So we're taking that. Okay, for pick 8 then. Displacement Wave is still here. And I can't read the next. Read the Bones is gone, so somebody went into black. And we are taking down the Displacement Wave. Somebody took the Bounding Crosses, the Royal is gone. There's nothing white here, but we have our Scrapskin Drake. And that works great for us. I really like the Empath, but the green player is gonna get it. And our deck is looking really good. Here, too nice. No, not nice. Somebody can play down the sword. I'm gonna need a Maritime Guard to protect me on the ground. And here I get the Gideon's Tactics. Healing Hands, Dark Dabbling, Nivix Barrier. I'm not gonna play any of these cards. I'm taking Healing Hands for my sideboard because we're gonna play best of 3. And between each match, each duel, you get to exchange your cards. So if I run into a very aggressive deck, I can play Healing Hands, but I leave it over here in the sideboard. These are worthless cards, so I'm gonna take the land hoping that somebody plays one of these cards because they're worse than basic lands. Okay, I killed the Undead Servant tactic for the black player. I'm surprised he didn't go for that. But it's of course impossible to put together in a 4-man draft. I get Hangerback Walker. It's the most powerful card in the whole set. Anointer is really good. Grasp is really good. Void Mage is really good. So I hope I wheel some of those, but this is the easiest pick I've ever seen. I wish it was real. It's worth like $17, but this is a Phantom event, so we return the cards after the match. Knightly Valor, extremely strong. Super strong, actually. And I'm happy to pick it. The pack doesn't have much else for me, so I'm probably going to end up with Screeching Scab and then nothing. Heavy Infantry is probably not something I should be playing. But Knightly Valor, really good. I'm a tad on the expensive side here, so I need more 2 and 3 drops. Because this is a pretty fast format, so if you don't have your 2 drops, you are often in trouble. I get a Prison Warden, he is super powerful. I really hope I wheel these Void Mages. I know one other player is playing blue, but the Void Mages are strong. But I think that there's too big a power difference. I'm getting a very, very expensive deck here. So I need to be careful now, but I have to play the Prison Warden. Oh, another expensive bomb. But Patron 4th pick is really, really good. Here's the Anointer, Graspo, Hieromancer, Screeching Scab, and it's just simply Anointer. He is very good and very cheap. So I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna end up with more. You need 23 playables and 23 cards and 17 lands. I'm gonna end up with more playables. I'm gonna have to make some cuts because as in all card games, you want to play the minimum amount of cards allowed. Oh, they are passing me a Reeve Soul. This is one of the strongest black commons. I have the Meteorite. I'm probably gonna cut the Meteorite anyway. I can't play it. I have to take the Scab just to have a 2-drop. Anchor to the Aether. Swift Reckoning is a removal, so yeah, this pick is not hard. Watercourser would be nice, but I don't have much to remove my opponent's stuff. Given that I'm so alone in white, I could like start trying to wheel my white cards and pick blue cards instead. For example, these two Separatist Void Mages are probably gone now. Which is a shame, because I would like them a lot. Now there's a hold up here. You can see the passing order between the players. Possessed Scab is splashable, but I am so very expensive in my deck now, so I'm just gonna take another Scrapskin Drake. Need 2 and 3 drops here. I need 2 drops a lot more than I need 3 drops. And Lighted Ascetic is a sideboard card. I want to pick up one of those, but here I'm taking another 2-1. To just be able to block at the start of the game. Here's Heavy Infantry, but he's not good enough to play. I already have too many expensive cards, so he goes straight to the sideboard. The sideboard in draft is all the cards you don't want to play. And if you start a new account, you should play these events. You get some little prizes, but there's nothing else you can do with the new player points. So you are really... Okay, Watercourse is a much stronger card than that, guys. I'm not picking up. You really have to play this to get the value. And they are a lot of fun. So we play first a match then, and then the winners play each other. But everybody who stays to the end of the tournament, there's an Ascetic for my sideboard. Finally, as I said, I was going to pick one up. And there's the other one. So I have 2 Ascetics. I'm gonna pass this card because I want them to play it, as it sucks. Some cards in the boosters are skill testers. They are just there to make good players win. Cruel Revival is a really strong card, but if I end up splashing, I am doing something wrong. You should always play 2 colors. Oh, Fiery Impulse is even better. But I have some decent white cards, and especially War Oracle. I affectionately call him Roracle. Drawing cards is nice. I'm probably gonna take that on the when it comes back. But now I'm gonna pick the War Oracle. Here's a Battlefield Forge. So splashing red seems super weird. Wow, this pack really didn't contain anything good for me. I may pick up a second Watercourser. They are pretty good at holding the ground. My black splash would have been amazing, but I think splashing is a mistake. I think I'm not going to play the Meteorite. I need to cut down on the expensive cards. And I'm playing this Watercourser. Almost certainly, yes. That was a sad pack for blue-white. Blue-white is very temp-oriented. It's like stall the ground, win in the air. Classic magic. Murder Investigation, Auramancer, Heavy Infantry. Wow, this guy is unplayable. I'm gonna have to hate something here. And here's actually a card that could destroy me, and it's the Ember Maw Hellion. I don't need subpar cards like these. And I'm gonna pick the Ember Maw Hellion. Just this you should do more often in 4-man drafts, but not that often. Wow, here's another card that could totally break me, the Seismic Elemental. So I'm picking that. I really only need 1 more card for the deck. I'm happy with all the cards I have pretty much, except Kidion's Tactics. So maybe 2 more cards in the deck. I'm not too sure about Displacement Wave. Well, here's the good pack, and I already have an Emperor Tactician, and I don't think anybody will pick him. So I'm gonna take the Knight, because he is fantastic. And now the next card I take will move Kidion's Tactics into my sideboard. And what's next to go? I'm not too sure about Displacement Wave. I may put Displacement Wave in the sideboard. Displacement Wave and Gideon's Tactics are the two cards I'm not happy with. And now we are moving into horrible territory. I'm gonna hate Reeve Soul. So now I'm hate resting a lot in the last pack, but that's because I'm just getting crap. Hangerback Walker, that will be fun to play with. Okay, I have an Auramancer. I only have Suppression Bonds and Knightly Valor for it. There's nothing I need to hate here. Maybe hate the Prickle Boar is stronger. Yeah, maybe it is actually. These cards, I'm not gonna play any of them. So I'm hating on the Prickle Boar, given that we have 2 red players. Mighty Leap is borderline playable. Putting it in my sideboard here. Get the Tactician, and now I have my 23 cards. And I am gonna remove... I'm gonna put Displacement Wave in the sideboard. I'm gonna take away this card for them, because that could be trouble. Displacement Wave moves to the sideboard. 23 cards, that's what I want. Here I don't have to hate anything, so I'm taking the Auramancer. But I'm not gonna play it. These are my 23 cards. Yeah, somebody's not gonna get an extra land. I have 18 creatures. I'm light on removal. But given that I have 18 creatures, Gideon's Tactics looks pretty good. My 2-drops are weak. Wow! What the hell? Okay, apparently I should have picked black earlier, but I really didn't want to be white-black. That might have been a mistake. My white-black deck would of course have been much stronger than white-blue. So I made a critical mistake. I should definitely have been white-black, but white-blue is a stronger archetype, so my preference is for white-blue. Okay, something ended up in the deck that shouldn't be there. Because I talk too much. So we have to find the card that is wrong. Oh, it's the heavy infantry. Okay, then I just add basic lands. It suggests 12-5. We have a lot of double white actually. But 12-5 is very light. That means that by turn 3 I would have drawn 1/4 of my deck, and having only 5 islands, well, I'm gonna have an island. Okay, I'm gonna try running 12-5, but it's very likely that I might end up without blue. But my blue, well, my blue is so weak. Actually, I only have 2 black cards. I can't replace 8 blue cards, but my black cards are almost stronger than my blue cards. So I misread the signals, I think. I saw some early black pick. Yeah, somebody took Read the Bones in pack 4, and that discouraged me from black, but I should definitely have been white-black here. But my white is super strong. I was the only white drafter at the table. The only person picking the strongest colors, so I think I have a very good chance. My deck is too light on 2-drops. You want at least 6 2-drops that can come down early. But the main reason you want that is to protect yourself from Topan Freeblade, which is a white card. And we know there is no other white drafter. We shouldn't say no, there might still be, but I think there is a green uncommon that's really the troll that you're really in trouble against. Unless you can play a 2-drop. I'm also very, very light on removal, but I'm gonna be the aggressor in... that's my plan at least. I have Hixes to remove stuff. And the rares are hard to play because you don't play them all the time. So I'm new to Hixes, I'm new to Hangerback Walker. So I hope I don't make mistakes. Playing the commons and uncommons is, you sort of learn it pretty fast. Okay, now it's time to play. So we need to win both these matches to get the big prize. And you get like 5 cards boosters. All boosters in Magic are 15 cards. So, and these 5 card boosters rarely contain anything of value. So it's pretty much worthless. So the value you get out of your packs is some fun in these new player events, and then these 5 tickets that you can use. If you look at my Standard Pauper video here on the channel, you can get a full playset of Standard Pauper for about 2 tickets. So you can definitely play, but first you should play Standard Pauper. You can play free events at pdcmagic.com where you can win prizes. So if you don't want to spend any more money, you don't have to. You could build your collection by playing free events sponsored by bot chains. But check out the Magic Online University thing, Introduction to Magic Online. I will link in the show notes. My friend Bava made them. They're a great series of videos. And they tell you a lot about what you can do on Magic Online and not. This is just a showcase of what things are like. My opponent is Tipor. Where did my chat window go? There it is. I'm gonna tell him, hi, good luck. Because that's something I always do. I feel that is friendly. We rolled the die, determining who will start, and he won it. So now he has to decide whether to start or not start. If you don't start, you get an extra card, but it's generally bad. You should always start. Only in very special formats, like 1 format out of 10, should you not start. And it's not the case in any format available on Magic Online right now. Okay, here he is. He wisely chose to play first. We have these timers. I think we have 27 minutes in these new player events. It's normally 25. 25 minutes is not a lot in Magic, so you always have to be aware of your clock, because you will lose if the clock runs to 0. And that happens. Now I get the chance to throw back my hand, but I have 3 mana, a card costing 2 and a card costing 3. So I am gonna keep. I have sound effects on. I'm immediately gonna kill them. Okay, sounds are now gone. He plays a red, so he's one of the red, so we must be aware of Ravaging Blaze. Okay, he threw away a land. He had too many lands. We're just gonna play Hangerback Walker turn 2, I think. And then the knight, depending on what he's up to. Maybe it's risking too much to play the Hangerback Walker just early, but I think it is correct. And if it dies, I still get another 1/1. I'm having second thoughts here if it's worth it. He is like a doomed traveler now. That's another Magic card. Well, if he has a burn spell, he has to use it. So here comes the Hangerback Walker. Might be too early. I never played with the card before. They say it's good. Definitely gonna pump it on turn 4, but it's gonna spend 2 turns doing just being at risk. Gearcrafter. And these are 2 creatures that the knight doesn't happily block. So do I actually play the knight or not? I think I play Watercourser here, because that will shut down the ground quite well. And now he has to deal with that. And then I can deploy knights and Scrapskin Drakes and stuff. And grow my Hangerback Walker next turn. So now he has to deal with the Watercourser. And if he doesn't, I'll play Scrapskin, Drake, and grow the Walker next turn. He might Lightning Strike the Hangerback Walker here. But it's still a 2-for-1. No, it's just a Fire Fiend Elemental. And if he attacks with that, I'll trade my 3-drop for his 4-drop. Generally good idea. And he does attack. So the question now becomes, do I take the value he offers me? But can I deal with the 4-3? I can deal with it with the Knight. I'm gonna take a lot of damage here, but I think I'll play the Knight next turn. I'll declare blockers. Block that guy. Let him grow. So he gets to 4-3, but I can block him with my Knight. So I think I'll stabilize right now. To take over the game with, I should have attacked. No, I shouldn't have attacked with the Hangerback Walker because it's gonna grow now. And it's gonna be super bad for him. Rock Smaulers, that's harder to deal with. And I am getting low on life. If I find another mana, Hixus will do a ton of work. Just 1 damage. Rock Smaulers is of course super dangerous here. And I might have to double block them with Watercourser Hangerback Walker. That's a plan. But I am growing the Hangerback Walker here. And eventually I want it to die. Going to 11. It looks like he's winning here, but his resources are soon spent. Wow! The Enshrouding Mist will help me kill the Rock Smaulers. And it's just fantastic here. I do want to play something, but I also want to grow the Hangerback Walker. He might play a removal spell. But I think just having all the options open is stronger. So I'm gonna block the Rock Smaulers with the Knight, block the Fire Fiend with the Watercourser, pump it, pump the Hangerback Walker, and use Enshrouding Mist on the Knight. Another land would have been very helpful there. But I have 5 cards in my hand, he has 3, so that's a big difference. If he now tries to burn one of my guys, Enshrouding Mist will be devastating for him. And he didn't, so now he might have the burn spell. But even if he does, I'm gonna live with it. So if he burns my Knight when I Enshrouding Mist it, it will be a problem. Okay, here I can make a pretty devastating block. So I block there, there, there. Pump the Watercourser. Pump the Hangerback Walker so it becomes a 3-3 and wins this fight. And here is the critical thing, which is gonna fail. Especially as this guy has trample, so he's gonna grow now. And no, it worked! Wow! That's pretty bad for him. So unless he has something now, he will lose everything. Jesus Christ. Here's a 4-3 reach guy. But that's not gonna help. I'm considering attacking here. And then blocking with the Hangerback Walker and pumping it. Getting my 4-1-1s. But maybe I should just flash in Hickses and win. Yeah, but I'm gonna swing with, see if he wants to take this trade. Or if I get to have a 4-3. All right, so is it Hickses? Can I allow, I don't think I can go down to 5 life because I think this is the turn Hangerback Walker dies and return 4 creatures to my side. So I'm gonna play the Charging Drake. Must remember that Giant has reach. More cards. No. He's just exercising his tap. No. Here's something is happening. Subterranean Spirit. Subterranean Scout. I don't know why I always call it Subterranean Spirit. Probably because you never see the name Scout on it. Okay, he gets to do 1 more damage, but that's it. The end of the line for you, sir. And here he has to attack with the Sky Reach thing, because now Hangerback Walker will get totally out of control. And we pump the Hangerback Walker. We can safely swing with these two. He will trade whichever he blocks. And now we can even play Hickses. And he can be played as an instant on the opponent's turn. One big difference from between Magic and other games is that you can do stuff on your opponent's turn. And that of course makes the game a lot more complicated. He is gonna have to trade the Giant at some point. And he trades the Giant here. Maybe he has something. No, he doesn't. That seemed like a really bad trade. I'm just gonna play Hickses and grow to 5-5. Gearcrafter. Hopefully he attacks with a 1-1 so I can kill it with Hickses. Whoa! Okay, now I'm getting low on life. I'm going down to 5. And now I have to play Hickses. Removing both those creatures. But they still do damage. So I go to 5, and then Hickses steals their life. The token can't ever come back, but the other guy can come back. And maybe even win the game for him. So he has a total of 5 power now. Just play double Scrapskin Drake. Hickses stays at home. Swing with these two. For 9. That means that he can get through with 2 damage. That might be a mistake. Do I have Spell Mastery? No, I don't. The fact that he now blocks is fantastic, because then he gives up his chance to win. So now I feel extremely safe. Volcanic Rambler is a 6/4. So how many lives does he have left? He has plenty of life, actually. Now it suddenly turned interesting. He blocks one of these. And no, he just blocks one of these, and then he takes, but then he dies. So if I attack with everything, he has to block one of the ground guys with Volcanic Rambler. Because otherwise he dies. He can't prevent 8 damage. And getting back the Subterranean Spirit, how much does that do? Volcanic Rambler will be gone, that guy will be gone. Subterranean Spirit will be here and can attack for 2. Is there a more conservative line, like attacking with just Hangerback Walker and a Scrapskin Drake? I wish I had Spell Mastery. If I swing with everything, he gets back the Subterranean guy, and that might decide the game, actually. So I don't think I dare do that. I'll attack with a Hangerback Walker. And wow, this turned really hard. Swing with everything. He doesn't have a card in hand, so he doesn't have a burn spell. I just think I'm gonna swing with everything. And hope my math is correct. He'll be at 1, he'll have a Subterranean Spirit. If he draws a Titanic Growth or something, he wins. But I think I got this. Haven't seen any targets for my Aesthetics. Okay, he didn't block. Why didn't he block the Scrapskin Drake? That was a terrible mistake, and he needn't die there. Meteorite seems too expensive. He had a lot of tokens, so I think Displacement Wave comes in here. I'm taking out Kidion's Tactics. And I think that's my full sideboarding. I'm tempted by the Meteorite, but it's just too expensive. I must be careful with the Displacement Wave because it also affects my guys. Alright, time for the second duel. 1-0. Well, there are hard decisions about when to mulligan, and there are easy decisions. Now I have 0 lands, and that means I can't play any of my cards, so I have to mulligan. He also mulligans. Now I get to 1 land. I have an Anointer. I have a Hangerback Walker that can sort of hold the board, but it's not good enough, and I have to mulligan again. Mulliganing two times is really bad. And I now have a huge disadvantage in this match. Now I'm gonna keep this, but note that I can only play the Swift Reckoning. So now he has a golden position to wreck me until, oh, now the Knight can be played as well. So as long as I don't draw any blue cards, it's not a bad thing that I don't have blue. But given that I only have 5 islands, it's very easy for me to brick out on that I draw useless blue cards here. But no bad luck yet. A Knight and Rorqual should be pretty good on this kind of board. Though he is developing nicely, found both his colors, he had a 2-drop, and if he now has a 3-drop as well, I have a problem. And he does. No, it's just another 2-drop. Blocking them with the Knight is not a profitable thing. So I'm gonna take 4 more damage. But I will block them with the Rorqual. Uh-oh. Fire Fiend Elemental. Okay, I have to block that. Because I can't let that get renowned. That's an easy block. He is way ahead now, but he needs to have... He only has 2 cards left. Oh, there's a blue mana. So now he needs to deal with this Rorqual. And even if he can't do that with his 2 cards... He will then face the Angel. And the Angel is super tough. Okay, Rorqual is free to do what... Oh, Knightly Valor. But I'm not going to play it into open mana like this. I'm not going to risk the Rorqual. I'm going to wait till he taps out until he plays this. That's the control way. So I'm just going to play the Angel. And the Angel is really strong. Any 4/4 flyer for 5 mana is really strong in limited. And now as soon as it taps out, Knightly Valor will win the game. And now he's tapped out, so I just play Knightly Valor on the Angel and this game is pretty much over. Yeah, that's why we play Knightly Valor. Because it just decides the game. Now I have a 3-turn clock. He is dead in 3 turns and he has to do something, and I'm at 14, so I feel pretty safe. There's a Gearcrafter, so now he gets a 1/1 flyer to block me, but yeah, that's not gonna help too much. Having the lifelink on the Rorqual as well means that any block gains me 3 life. So Rorqual is pretty much stopping his entire attack all by his lonesome. I'm just gonna eat his little 1/1. Yeah, it cannot survive a battle with an Angel. And I'm now asking him a question here that he has no reply to. Not from anything I've seen. I haven't noted a single card he has in his deck. Yeah, draw some cards, hope it helps. This is the control way. I just block the ground and then I swing in for the win in the air. Also, the Angel remains at home to block at the same time. Yeah, things are totally in control. All his cards are voided. He's 1 mana away from Ravaging... No, he needs 8 mana to Ravaging Blaze, my Angel. So it doesn't really matter what he does here. He has plenty of guys on the ground. Uraga Invocation could be a problem, actually. But I don't think this will work out for him. Though thinking is something you do in churches. Or did I get that wrong? He's crying. He is allowed to look at 2 cards of his library because of the empath. And if one is a creature, he gets it in his hand. And we can look at the 2 cards, then we can put them on the top, on the bottom. It got 2 cards on the bottom, and he reveals an empath. So he missed, reveals a mountain, so he missed with the empath, and that's rough. I don't think I'm gonna use the Anointed to pump here, because I think I might benefit more from a blocker. But he has given up. I will see the other guys are finished. Jack Cap 3-1. So we're gonna face him in round 2. In 1 minute and 43 seconds. When you play the other event, the schedule event, the sealed deck, you get 6 boosters, and then you don't get to keep the cards, but you get to build the deck out of those 6 boosters. So there's no drafting process, and that's called sealed deck. I might actually show that in the next video, if you're interested. If you have any opinions on what you want to see in these Magic on Sundays videos, let me know, because it's a refreshing thing for me. I do a lot of Magic videos, but to address... here on Hard Nerd Cafe, I try to address like newer players, whereas the videos on my other YouTube channel, Magic Gathering Strat, they are quite casual as well, but they are more hardcore. And for people who know more about Magic. But here we will keep it light. So if you have any questions, if you want to know more about the game, just ask me. And I'll be happy to inform you. As you know, the idea with Hard Nerd Cafe is to play 7 games a week, 7 different games at the same time, 1 per each weekday, and I will stop with Magic when we do have 7 games and another good game shows up, as I do so much Magic anyway. But I figured it was a good way to get the channel started. Also, let me know what you think of Hard Nerd Cafe, what you think should be on here, and if you want to contribute by making videos, you are most welcome. Play any game you like, just as long as you love it. That's what we are looking for. People making videos with games that they love. Because I think that is what creates good content. Mr. Jack Cafe, hi, good luck. You are going to need it. Here we have an excellent start. It's 2 2-drops, 1 3-drop, 1 4-drop. And both colors. One of the initial reactions of the mana system here is that you get screwed by your mana, and that looks pretty bad compared to Hearthstone and Cards and Castles. But it's actually a big mechanic behind making Magic successful, because it creates story moments like epic saves and stuff. So I am now fully sold on the mana system. I've hated it for many, many years, but I now love it. So Bounding Crosses is a danger here, because we know he has blue-white, blue-green. Screeching Scab. The only thing that happens when stuff is put in my graveyard now is that we get closer to Spell Mastery. Okay, still nothing, so I might be in a good beatdown position here. I can't play my 4-drops because I don't have... Oh, crosses. Remember the crosses. Can I not attack into the crosses? I think I'm not attacking into the crosses. That was very careful. I'm gonna play the Scrapskin Drake, I think. He might have the counterspell Calculated Dismissal, but then it's a 1-for-1. So I don't want to give him the crosses value, but he didn't play the crosses at end of turn, which I think a blue-green deck should have done. I really want that second play now. But how many planes did I play? 12. So I have a fairly good chance of drawing it, about 40% every time. And it's not like I don't have stuff to do. But now he really should be playing something. Screeching Scabs are pretty much just roadblocks here. Or road bumps to prevent him from playing big fat greenies and destroy me on the ground. But he still keeps his mana open. Maybe has a third color. But I'm still not gonna attack with a creature that has power less than 3. But look at that. Now I can play Amprint Tactician and actually attack into the Scab. So is it too early to play that? I'd rather play Vorkal, I think, and then do the Amprint Tactician thing next turn. Risking the Vorkal to counterspell is a shame, of course. Do I play the Knight? No, I'm playing the Vorkal. I think he would have counterspelled the Scrapskin Drake last turn if he had a counterspell. And I land the Vorkal. So what the hell is going on? Here comes the Krasis. I read him perfectly. And I don't care very much what it does. It will tap the Vorkal so it can profitably attack. No, it taps the Scab. But he really has to prevent my Vorkal from attacking. Void Mage is pretty good at that. Yeah, those were the Void Mages I wanted. And now it can hit me with a Scab. But I can play Knight and Scab. Still setting up my, or even Scrapskin Drake and Scab. No, it's Knight and Scab. So I can now attack and just play Knight and Scab. He happily trades the Void Mage. So here's the Knight. And the Scab. Still nothing for my spell mastery. Which cards end up here is not interesting. The fact that I now lost Night Leveler and Hixus, that's just random. That's looking at results to care about that. Because I had no idea. The cards were unknown to me. I might have gotten weak cards, and yeah, it's just random, so it doesn't affect my... It says, nice deck. Telling him that I would have liked the Void Mages. Oh, Scrapskin Drake shows up for the Drake battles. But I have a trick for my Drake battles. Veteran Sidearm. He has a trick too, so... Being 4/4 means that he can prevent the Screeching Scab. So is it now time? Just playing the suppression bonds on the Bounding Krasis is really powerful here. Then he can stop my Scrapskin Drake in the air, but that doesn't matter a whole lot. He needs another ground blocker. So Bounding Krasis has been suppressed in bonds. BDSM right there for you. Now I'm also gonna get Renowned on the Knight. Getting him down to 11. Now he put the Veteran Sidearm on the Scrapskin Drake, and he then has air superiority. 2-1 will be a problem because it will be able to block. Let's see what he finds, what this guy finds with the Empath. Oh my god, he took a Sentinel. That's pretty good. He took a Sentinel of the Eternal Watch, but I think I can win without that. So he did not move the sidearm. That's pretty weird. He might still do it though. He should do it unless he has a 1-mana spell. I'm still setting up the big Amprint Tactician punch. But now, oh, he moved it. He moves it to that guy. So now if I play Amprint Tactician, he has to block with both his guys, losing both. I can attack in the air, I can attack with the Scab. Maybe this is Amprint Tactician turn. But I'm a greedy bastard. I think I can sit back and wait. Because it's not like he has a profitable attack. He has one with Veteran Sidearm on Scrapskin Drake, but I think I want to set this up better. Oh, that's not the card I want to play. Misclick, but it worked. Rorqual is back in the fight. Okay, he puts the knight on top of its owner's library. That's a problem. But not the Rorqual. But now he does have profitable blocks. But I'll play Scrapskin Drake and the knight. And then it's time for Amprint Tactician. Knight. He still has a good block there. But I think I might have to lose Rorqual. I'm gonna do a ton of damage. He draws 2 cards, throws away something. No, he needs to have an artifact in place, so he just drew 2 cards. That might actually do a big difference. There's another good blocker. Okay, maybe I am over-enthusiastic if I attack here, but he has no 4 toughness creatures, so everything I play is going to trade with something at least. So I think it's time. And of course I can still win in the air. Here they come. Trading a lot of cards when you get +1/+1 on all creatures is pretty good. So let's see how he blocks. He should be able to... Oh, trading a 1/1 for... Trading the 4/3 for the Rorqual feels pretty good. Trading the Bonded Construct there doesn't feel good. But I hit him for 6. I still have a 3/3. They all die. But his Veteran Sidearm will either shore up the air or the ground, but it can't shore up both. I think I'm good, depending on what he has in his hand. And I'm at 21, waiting for some pretty good cards. Naturalists means the ground is now filled with stuff. Oh no! Crosses is liberated. So I should make a note of Naturalist. So now I can't get through the final damage, really. And he now has a small advantage. Question here is if I want to trade. We will leave him with a large ground superiority, but that will happen anyway. So I'm trading here when I know there is no trick. And here's a watercourser that will stabilize the ground, because it can trade with the naturalists, and we are now at an impasse. Though I can't trade with the naturalists if he actually equips it with the sidearm. I really don't want to draw another land here. I might have to do some clever sideboarding. It's important to be ahead on the clock. This could be a very long match because he has blue flyers, I have blue flyers. But I only need him to make a small mistake to win here. Something useful, please. Not anything useful. I'll play the land and pass. Uh-oh. Oh, another crosses. Tapping down my watercourser, meaning that he can now do 11 points of damage. Meaning that... No, he can't, because then he'll die. He's still at 4. But he has another creature. Oh my god. But he doesn't dare attack full out. But now I can't kill his naturalist. So I really need something. And that's not something. I have to kill the alpha, and I'm now going to die, I think. I've drawn too many lands. Maybe I need my heavy infantries now, actually, in this weird matchup. If I trade with the crosses here, I don't have anything blocking on the ground, but I'm dead anyway next turn. So I think I need to block the crosses. And pump, and he will give him trample. So I pump. And I pump. He gets trample. And I'm dead next turn. Unless I draw something amazing. Is that going to save me? It is going to save me because it's gonna block, and I'm just gonna take... No, I'm gonna take 7 from the watercourser. So it's not going to work. Yeah, I might have to bring in the heavy infantry. He didn't have many fast creatures, did he? Block, and then he just has to pump. Take out Screeching Scabs for heavy infantry. Yeah, I'm just dead. Have I found the matchup where heavy infantry is useful? We went extremely long. Heavy infantry can block nicely. We don't need enshrouding mist as much. We're just gonna go even more creatures. I think this is an interesting proposition actually. Going up to 20 creatures and all these pump effects. Okay, 19 creatures. I'm gonna try this. I think this might be the matchup where heavy infantry shines, if there is such a thing. God, I hope this works. I want to play first. I did take a double mulligan last time. And here I have 2 mana. They are the wrong color. Oracle, but I do have the Hangerback Walker. This is super borderline. Yeah, he is results oriented. Oh, that's a major thinking mistake in Magic. That's not the way things work. That's not the way chance works. I'm gonna keep this. But I might be in trouble. He should have a lot of problems dealing with Hangerback Walker though. Except that he can bounce it. But I do really have to draw lands. I have about 50-50 to draw land. I have 2 more chances to draw land, so it's and even if I don't, I have this to fool around with. But when he bounces it, it will be horrible. I really hope he doesn't curve now. Now he's whining that I have good cards. That's not something you should do. But I don't have a good hand. So it's all Hangerback from now on. And if he now puts it on top of my deck, it will be a problem. Hangerback Walker grows. God, I still can't find the land. Yeah, this bounce will be super sorry. Yeah, and the fact that he now had a 3-drop means that he will win this. So the mana system I so much praised has totally wrecked me over. I think I got really greedy there when I didn't mulligan. Oh, he allowed me to pump it an extra time. Oh, that's horrible. But here's a Void Mage. And that's game. I don't even have a 3-drop that can really save me here, so... there is not much I can do. And I just don't draw any lands. And I'll discard the worst 5-drop, which is Heavy Infantry. Oh my god. Yeah, take 7, I'm dead next turn. That's pretty good. But not good enough. If I just had the mana. Okay, I might have to block the... no, they get pluses from the alpha. Yeah, Scrapskin Drake is perhaps something I have overvalued. So I guess this Hangarback Walker has to die. Oh, he still gets trampled, so it doesn't matter. Crushed, people, crushed. But the thing that crushed me in this match was my horrible mulligan decision. That's a bit results oriented too as well, actually. Yeah, 1 life. Now you always get a land. I didn't. And I lose. They are still playing. I want to show you the prizes I get. But I'll make a record of this in my draft table as well. I'll show you. I keep extensive records of all my Magic matches. Mostly just to know how much money I'm spending. Because this game is super expensive. Here are my drafts. Oh. Okay, here are our prices. This is a 5-card booster, you can't trade it. So the only thing you can do with it is open it. And that's what we are going to do. Open all of these. Yes. And we'll rarity sort because only the rares and mythics are worth anything. And we didn't get any of those, so we're screwed. But I hope you enjoyed this, and if you know something about Magic, maybe you should consider joining Magic Online. Because the big thing, of course, is that you can play Magic at any time against people. Thank you for watching.